gathered everyone here today to make an important announcement. Perhaps some of you will have heard the news already. I am...
Did you hear that? They said they had some useful information!
Well, will you look at that, ma'am? Nowhere. Don't worry. We're not bad guys. You give...
Boss, I got a bad feeling about this. Look at her, the white hair, the energy she gives off. I'm telling...
So what? She's loaded. How...
I've already told you. I don't need your information. If you still can't grasp that, I'm happy to repeat it in a way that won't be so easy to forget.
Come on, ma'am. It's not about whether you need the info or not, okay?
I won't...
No more excuses! I know you have... Yeah, I saw you. Strolling into Leo Lee Pavilion, ordering a table full of food, and only taking a few bites. Then Shin you at kiosk, then Wan Min restaurant. Same, how could you afford to be so wasteful if you weren't from a rich family?
Master warned me not to lay a hand on anyone, but here we are. Perhaps... yes. Let's call it fate.
Boss, I'm telling you, something's not right.
What are you afraid of? We're just selling information. It's not illegal. If she lays a finger on us, all the better.
Oh, you again.
The Millilith. What are the Millilith doing here? Did you do...
Silence! How dare you threaten innocent...
No, don't be angry.
Shenhe,
Shenhe?
my name.
Oh, so your name's Shenhe. Paimon's name is... well, Paimon. And this is Paimon's travel buddy.
Oh, I've heard about you two before. I could have dealt with it myself, though. I suspect smashing his head against the ground a handful of...
You can't do that. This is Liyue Harbor.
laws. No, apparently not.
Really? So how
That would be my stomach growling.
She's so honest. Wait, that's right. They said then of course.
Chingson?
Kinda hard to explain. Anyway, Boo Boo Pharmacy's not far away, after all. Psst. Do you think Shenhe might be an adeptus? It seems like it's her first time in Liyue Harbor, and she doesn't seem to get how things work. What?
Are you here to buy some herbs?
Chingson, glaze lily, and violet grass, please.
What kind of prescription is this? Sounds more like a lunch order. Oh, here you go.
Thank you.
She's
My hunger has now abated. Rather awful. Though they were not completely devoid of sweet fragrance.
So, how can you chow down on if Paimon
Because I'm not sure whether I will remain here in the future. The food of the mortal realm is most delicious. But should I return to the mountains, yearning for sampling each dish in order to appreciate its taste is enough.
return to the...
Enough about me.
Oh, right. And now we're probably super behind because we've been held up for so long.
I see.
Yep. Were you interested?
I came for the However, you have shown me your kindness, and I would now like to lend you my assistance. Oh, don't worry. I ask for nothing in return.
Wow. You really don't have to. But having an adeptus help out will...
Then let's not delay.
Great!
We simply need to...
Veto!
Really?
Look, sunset for...
I was wondering who I could hear arguing over there. So,
Baishu? What are you doing out here?
Lady Ningguang wishes to purchase a large batch of wound dressing. We're running low at the...
Huh? How can a lady...
I'm not too sure. I did hear she's looking to rebuild the Jade chamber. Maybe for its... Oh, And she also borrowed Chi-Chi. Meaning,
No, we've got other stuff to do.
the variety of plots. As far as
Okay then. Thanks, bud.
you're quite welcome. Good luck to you all.
Time to go.
Master Xingqiu, thank goodness you're finally back.
Oh? Why do I detect an urgency in...
The guild has had a whole string of strange orders and your father gave me...
I see.
Oh, how wonderful. Thank you, Master.
Hey, Xingqiu. Glad you're here. We want to ask you for some information.
Traveler, Paimon, Shu, I need to entertain some guests. Please continue with your work for the time being.
Understood, Master Xingqiu. Then I will leave you in peace.
I wasn't counting on finding you here today. What's going on? And how, pray tell, may I be of service?
Xingqiu, have you ever heard of Sunset Vermilionite?
Oh, I see. So you've entered Lady Ning...
As well?
The truth is, the Feiyun Commerce Guild is in possession of some Sunset Vermilionite. We are holding it on behalf of someone who has asked us to put it up for auction. At the end of the day, it all comes down to supply and demand. In this case...
500 million?!
Honestly, I would recommend that you don't bother bidding on this one. The price...
But... without...
Don't panic. I don't suppose you ever heard of Sea Gazer?
Who?
Oh, Sea Gazer was once very close to Mountain Shaper, but if I am not mistaken, he has already passed away. Yes, precisely. I didn't know anyone else knew about him. According to records of drifting clouds, Sea Gazer went after Sea Gazer. Luckily,
That's great! Wouldn't
you're open-minded. Just a rumor I heard out in the mountains. All right then, let's go. There's something about this young lady that reminds me of a good friend of mine. Oh, I almost forgot.
Okay. Let's see. Xingqiu said it should be around here, but Paimon doesn't see anything.
This place was hidden using a special Adepti art. But now that I have removed it, we can inspect the area more closely.
Wow, that's amazing! Yep, let's take another look around. Hey, look! Is that a new Celia over there? The Celia got to here in the... What? Weren't we at a waterfall just now? How did we... Oh, so many clouds. It feels like we're high up in the sky.
I believe this is the abode of that Adeptus. With any luck, the Sunset Vermilionite we're looking for.
Really? Let Paimon see. Look, it's gone and snuck beneath. And now that Paimon takes a closer look, the rocks and trees here don't seem complete.
These are not real clouds. They are... If we want to go down, we must first destroy the mechanism.
All right, then let's do it.
I sense the presence of monsters in this place.
Stabilize!
Off we go!
Follow the wind.
Stabilize.
It appears that we've been taken for intruders. This time, why not allow me to take care of this?
Order guide you.
The core of the mechanism is exposed. Now's our chance. Torn to oblivion!
Whoa! We're gonna fall! Is everyone okay? Look! Cecilia's disappeared beneath the clouds again!
It looks like we need to go further down. But before that, let's destroy the guard mechanisms on this level first.
This is order.
Clouds high. The birds call.
Take your true form! Do your master's bidding!
Stabilize.
Let's light it up!
Time to go.
Inazuma shines eternal! Ha!
We're gonna fall! This time, we're really gonna fall! Ah! So high! Luckily, there was a pool of water at the bottom. Otherwise, that could have ended very differently. Hey! That Sealy's on the move again! Let's catch up with it! Huh. Something looks different about this stone wall. Let's take a closer look.
My will embodied!
Wind strike.
I'm going in!
As one with wind and cloud.
Cryo incarnate!
Order guide you. Stabilize.
Let's light it up! My will embodied! Transfiguration! Now you shall perish!
Gather.
to this is order. Solidify.
Inazuma shines eternal!
Look, over there! Could that be the Sunset Vermilionite? Is this it? Is this the Sunset Vermilionite? It's so huge! That's true, but
Plaustrite doesn't float until it's activated. It may look different from most ordinary stone. Only after being activated does Plaustrite reveal its true nature.
wow, Shenhe, you seem to know
Only because my master is fond of chatting about these things. I don't care for her stories most of the time. I certainly didn't expect them to.
Hold on a sec. If we activate it here, there's no way we'll be. But if we don't activate it, how else are we gonna?
Don't worry. I can handle the weight quite easily.
Are you sure?
Please don't worry. I'm well aware that a Plaustrite my safety.
That's right. Paimon's sure you gotta be extra.
I'll go on ahead with.
How is Shenhe able to carry that huge rock all by herself? Adepti super strength much? We can't slow down yet. Let's go meet her at the building site.
God, I can't believe my eyes. How can she lift that massive rock all by herself?
Oh, mighty Adeptus, please give me your blood.
This is top tier in size and quality, and the condition it's in is quite simply immaculate. I'm going to award you full marks for the Sunset Vermilionite item.
My name isn't important. I'm not even here to compete. I was just delivering this for some other people. They should be here any.
Shenhe and Ningguang's little helper.
Ah, so you're the ones behind this. No wonder. The rarest talent turns in the rarest Plaustrite specimen. But I have to correct you on one point. It's not helper, it's secretary.
Okay then, Miss Secretary, what do you think of the rock we found? Pretty amazing.
In truth, it is the finest piece of If everything goes according to plan, we will use this piece in the foundation of the Jade Chamber, which will enable us to proceed. As a side note, Lady Ningguang has rented some dwellings in the nearby. Now, please excuse me. As you can see, there.
Shenhe, just now on the way over,
Oh, really?
what kind of reaction is that? Whenever Paimon gets.
I've had similar compliments before. They call me an Adeptus, treat me with great deference and respect, as if I'm set apart from the common folk.
Yeah, 'cause that's how Adepti are. At least the ones we've met are pretty unique and reclusive, too. Way different than normal people.
But I am not.
Shenhe?
I'm fine. I've been exerting myself quite a lot ever since we set foot in that abode.
Well, Byron said that there are some makeshift hotels we can use.
No need. I simply need to find my.
You can't do that. When you're hungry, you go eat something tasty. And when you're tired...
Okay. If you insist.
Great! Now we're talking. Let's...
Hi there. Checking in, are we? You're just in time. We only have, since this was chosen as the building site for the new Jade Champ, so business is
Great!
one of your rooms is still being cleaned. I hear your keys?
Shenhe, you should go get some rest. Paimon's gonna go see if there's anything good. Let's buy one for Shenhe.
All right. If you need anything, don't hesitate to disturb me. I'm a light sleeper. I will hear if you knock on the door. Mm-hmm. See you tomorrow.
Hey! Isn't that Cloud Retainer? What's she doing here? Let's go and say hi.
One trusts you have met Shen-He. So, are you getting along quite well?
So far, so good. Yeah. So, you know Shenhua too, Cloud Retainer?
Naturally. Save for Ganyu, who spends the majority of her time in Liyue Harbor. All the Adepti living today are acquainted with Shen-He to some degree.
Cool. So, what's her Adeptus name anyway? Calling her Shenhua feels kind of friendly, but also kind of disrespectful. So Paimon's thinking maybe it'd be better if we called her by her Adeptus name instead.
Her Adeptus name? Why, pray tell, would Shen-He have an Adeptus name?
Don't all Adepti have a special title they go by?
On this latter point, you are correct. However, Shen-He is human.
Oh, right. Wait, what? What? You knew already? So is Paimon the only one who didn't know?
Do you mean to say that she presents differently from ordinary human beings?
So, Shenhua...
Master has relayed my situation to you, I take it.
Oh? How did you know?
I'd intended to wait until you came back before going to sleep, but I didn't hear you come in. I was worried that something may have happened to you. So I went outside to check and caught... On top of this, you have been acting very strangely around me this morning, causing me to suspect that my master must have told you everything about me. After all, Master is... very talkative.
Sorry, Shenhua. Paimon had you down as an Adeptus this whole time, but it turns out Paimon was wrong.
It's okay. I don't mind. The fault is mine for not explaining everything to you sooner, because in my experience, trying to explain is a futile pursuit. Still, though you mistook me for an Adeptus, you never treated me as distant and unapproachable. Instead, you treated me as you would a friend. For this, I am very grateful indeed.
To be fair, we've met our fair share anyway. Now it's
Got it.
great, but after all... Oh, and I meant it. Look! The Jade Chamber is floating into the sky! But it seems to be tied down by something.
That's because it's not finished.
Hey, Bywin! And hey, Beto! And hey, person Paimon doesn't know?
Given the enormous scale of the Jade Chamber, we split the construction work into 2 phases to make sure that before we find some suitable plastrite, we build. Once the plastrite is ready, we place it into the keel and let the partially constructed Jade. The remainder of the construction work is then carried out at that altitude. Once everything is...
Miss Bywin, we've brought some new materials to submit.
One moment, I'll be right there. The construction work has only been able to progress this rapidly thanks to the plastrite provided by you. Lady Ningguang is most grateful and looks forward to seeing more of your work.
Ah, hello.
Excuse me, Master Zhang. We were wondering if you'd heard of...
Of course I have. Sorry.
My name is Yunjin. Perhaps you don't know me, but I believe that you forged some weaponry...
Yunjin? Stage use. Sorry. My brain's final. So, the types of work...
No?
If I remember, it could take some work, but if you stick with it... of course.
To Mount Tianeng once with my father as a child. I remember it being such a long climb that I could barely feel my legs by the time we reached the... This is quite a trip down memory lane for me. Look at these majestic, towering peaks. No wonder the legend of the divine damsel of devastation is said to have taken place here. Adepti wander oft where mortals seldom stride. Indeed, This looks like a place that one might expect to be frequented by Adepti. The Divine Damsel of what's the story about? It's the story of a... This should be enough Star Splinter iron. Now we just need to find that Symposium. I think I saw a village on our way here. Master Zhang said we should ask the locals for help. Why don't we try there? Hey, there really is someone here. Yunjin, looks like he... Huh. Hello, sir. We were just... Is he trying to tell us to look for clues in the village? Shenhua, Yunjin...
Sorry, you can go ahead without me. I'd like to have a word with this gentleman. If that's okay with you, Uncle Mingjin.
It's...
Shenhe.
Shenhe. You're alive. The rumors were true. So, all these...
This blade.
That's everything we need! Let's head back and report in! Paimon's curious if Beto's made any progress.
What brings you here? Have they found a solution to the danger in the sea? Ningguang didn't tell you. Something has happened in Guyan Stone Forest. According to the but these things can be unpredictable. Only a single mountain lies between here and Liyue Harbor. If things get out of control, I will defend this place myself.
Goodness.
So,
This is some top quality ore, you guess. Now it's my time.
Hey everyone, how's the A-team doing? I ran into a bit of a
Leave the wonder course to me. Don't worry.
much obliged. Ningguang's little secretary! We found all the materials!
Oh, already? All three of you found them together. The Wonder Cores in...
Combine the Adepti sigils with the Wonder Cores and insert them into the Jade Chamber. The construction of the new Jade Chamber is now officially complete. Thank you all for your work.
Yeah!
Miss Yun, I've already heard something about the reason.
That's right. Lady Ningguang, I would like to hear your opinion.
The unveiling of Miss Yun's grand new opera surely requires a venue of equal grandeur. So what would you say if I proposed? The Jade Chamber offers a splendid panoramic view of the mountains and the bus.
Thank you, Lady Ningguang.
You're quite welcome. It's true.
A traveler, Shenhe, Paimon.
You're next. What is your question? I should clarify. I do not know your sister's whereabouts. Please, don't waste your question on this matter.
Wow, you're a mind reader, Ningguang. Oh, what?
Managing a successful business is not as simple as you might think. Capital, if you want to know how to make money, I will honor our agreement and give you an...
Wow, Paimon hadn't even asked the question yet.
Your question was written all over your face. Now look, you helped me rebuild the Jade Chamber, and I intend to repay you handsomely for it. So I promise you that should you one day require financial assistance, you may seek employment here. I will pay you at the highest rate of remuneration.
Oh, great! So next time we run up, no more questions from us. Shenhe, you got a question?
Me?
Yes, this is a group effort.
Thank you. But I don't have anything to ask.
Are you sure? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'd urge you not to squander it.
Yeah, just don't waste it. Hold on a second.
Lady Ningguang, Do you think I can ever fit in Liyue Harbor?
Now that is an interesting question. Liyue Harbor is very inclusive. As long as you respect the key is whether or not you yourself...
Oh, a sense of belonging.
Yes. To become fond of perhaps someone you've met or something you've experienced here. Or perhaps you enjoy in short, everyone needs a reason to stay.
I see.
Hey, what's going on? I just went to see the fleet a little later than expected.
Come on, Beto. It's your turn. Do you have a question for Ningguang?
Me? Nah, I ain't got any questions. She forced me to help out, so I figured I may as well get involved with the content. Ningguang, don't forget what we talked about. It's not gonna be easy to deal with. I don't think my fleet can take it on their own.
Don't worry. I have made preparations. The wound dressings are ready, and the Millilith have set up an ambush.
Glad to hear it. Watch your back.
Beto, Ningguang.
You'll see when the Jade Chamber ascends. However, it's not the most pleasant topic of conversation. When I first set foot in the Jade Chamber, I stood at the edge of the platform and looked down. At that time, I dreamed that one day the Jade Chamber's shadow would be seen in all 7 nations of Tevat. My wish has not changed to this very day. However, it is not. I hope the Jade Chamber will always float in the skies above Leo, and I hope that you can all witness it with me. Let the Ascension ceremony commence! Right on cue. The Avenger of the Vortex by
Who is that?
Osial's wife. Final follower of the Overlord of the Vortex.
Sounds like you knew this was coming.
Beto sensed something was stirring in the deep. She warned me months ago. Knowing she harbors hatred toward the Jade Chamber, I chose to rebuild it now as a way of drawing her out.
Got it. Well, let's go fetch the Adepti.
No.
Huh?
In this human age, the people of Liyue must find a way to overcome this crisis on our strength alone.
What's that? Wait! A giant wave!
You are a cursed child. Your life brings nothing but disaster to us all. At least if you die, I can bring her back.
The day you learn how to use your strength for the good of others is the day that you can truly become part of human society.
What are you doing here?
We can't let you be the only one taking this risk!
I hardly see this as a great risk. The people of Liyue Harbor are well prepared, and she is already badly injured. Only sheer willpower is keeping her alive. I may be nearing the end of my stamina, but in a fight to the death, I think I have the upper hand.
We'll help too!
Gather!
Shine down! Obey! Wind strike!
Gather!
Manifest! Unleash! There is no escape! Transfiguration! Transfiguration! Everybody stand! Cryo incarnate!
Solidify!
Let's light it up! Transfiguration! Wind strike!
Gather! Stabilize!
My will embodied! My will embodied! Let's light it up! Illusion shattered! Take your true form! Do your master's bidding!
Solidify!
There is no...
She's getting away! Shouldn't we go after her?
This place is unstable. It is too risky to continue pursuing her. If the place collapsed, the consequences would be disastrous. I'm just a little exhausted. Otherwise, fine. I wanted to deal with it myself. I didn't expect you to follow me. Don't worry. She's not coming back anytime soon. After an injury...
How did things go underwater?
It's been dealt with. She was injured before entering the water. It didn't take too much effort to finish the...
Good. So the crisis has been safely averted.
Lady Ningguang, the fleet reports that the sea monster has left Guyun Stone Forest and the surrounding waters have returned to normal.
Thank you.
Thanks to the medical... Of course, we owe huge thanks to this young lady for her help. On behalf of the entire Millilith, thank you for your service.
Great. That I wasn't trying to be...
Let the soldiers...
Yes, ma'am.
You've been monitoring us for some time now. I trust you've reached a conclusion. You wish to hear one's opinion. Well, things would have hardly gone so smoothly had it not been for Shenhe. That I do not deny. However, final victory was always going to be ours, even had things been a little more arduous. If it came to it, I could always destroy another Jade Chamber. One has observed your adaptation of the Guizhong Ballista, and find oneself compelled to admit that you have learned from past failures and prepared for this crisis in advance. This is considerable progress compared to the last time. Hence, on balance, one finds your performance during this trial satisfactory enough. But while the position, hopefully this trip to Liyue Harbor has been a different experience.
Yes. I can't explain it, but I feel happier than I expected.
Good. In fact, one has many
There'll be...
Oh, fine. Since you care not to listen, one shan't be telling you. Please, have a good rest. We must celebrate both the
Gather!
Adventure time!
The Millilith's casualties are within the range, but in hindsight, there were still flaws with our... If we'd had more time, we could have built a bear... We must learn from the... Wow! Everyone's already seated! It's Paimon's first time attending a banquet in the Jade Chamber. The food here looks amazing.
All of you here are my distinguished guests. Those who don't drink alcohol, please, help yourself to other beverages. Fine wine is a delight to this...
Have you heard? Miss Yun's going to be performing today.
Sure have. I hear she's going to perform the...
Hey, look!
神女劈冠到这里本该接近尾声，但今日我再添一笔，唱与诸位听。遇到为敌人不识，自有知音和情思。红缨烈丽见了心，只知不操心。爱情。 时鹤归，茫茫天地无依靠，孤身离去。今日再会，新朋旧友坐满堂，共聚此时。
What did you think? Personally, I thought I sang rather well. It was beautiful.
It was wonderful. Also, thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks to you, the play has an ending, but life goes on.
Thank you.
Ms. Young. Here you are. Huh? Hey, this young lady with the white hair looks like some kind of... Wait. You're the girl from the opera. Let me pull up a chair.
Alternatively, you could leave us alone.
Uh-oh. This feels all too...
Hey!
Calm down, Shenhe.